following presentation of the National Football League.
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the SoDo district of Seattle. Tonight we've got the crew set for what should be a real treat, a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And there's no doubt about the talent that we see from C.J. Stroud. We've watched it develop in his first 2 years in the league. But the best way quarterbacks are graded is winning. He's out there trying to win his third division championship in as many years.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Second and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Stroud.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First down, Houston.
Now it's the former Badger Dare Ogunbowale. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up second and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
That's going to be caught by Kirk. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical it would be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Stroud. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
A 42-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that'll do it for the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Darnold down to throw. That'll be caught by Cup.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area, and after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Open there, right side is Cup, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line.
That's good.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
First and 10.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Here's Darnold. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
And going to the air on the opening drive. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Darnold keeps it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's good for another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the first down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
That's another Seahawks. First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Sam Darnold, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. So that drive in total 8 plays. And a 9-yard run on the end of it.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Texans with the football here late in this first half as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Stroud to throw it. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
And Stroud now to throw. They get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Here's Stroud. He finds his target. It's Schultz. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. 2nd down and 3.
On the quick, right?
Throwing now is Stroud.
And completes it to Kirk over the middle.
Complete to number 13, Christian Kirk. A gain of 5. First down, Houston.
The throwing again is Stroud.
And that one will fall incomplete.
Intended for Christian
Clock
Kirk.
here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud.
And some room to maneuver. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
A gain of
22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Texans.
Stroud looking to throw.
And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
Here's 2nd and 10. Stroud working out of the gun.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Halftime here on Monday Night Primetime. It is off to Orlando we go. Here is Scott Hanson with our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hanson, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles
Okay,
Davis.
Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half.
The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Pushes past him. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
Play action. It's Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
So here's a 3rd and 14.
Now Darnold.
He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Jalen Petrie picks it up.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. That is a tough way to start the third quarter. You get the football open and drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
And they've got to be thrilled with the situation they've inherited here. Thank you, defense.
Thank you, indeed. They set them up the short field ahead of them, and now they've got a good chance to strike quickly and take the lead.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
A 2-yard gain brings up second down on the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
Now Chubb running right. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The first down line at the 34 here on third down.
Here we go. Third down.
Now Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Nice third down conversion and even 20 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. First and 10 right at the 20.
Stroud sets up the play action. This one left side caught by Collins.
And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
First and goal, Houston.
It'll be first and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the fourth quarter. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on first and goal.
Chubb. He is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way.
A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Definitely not how you want to start things on first down, and you don't want to panic. A field goal could get you closer, but you have to think to yourself, we even get another shot. At this point, to me, the thinking has to be touchdown or bust.
A handoff here to Ogunbowale. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
This defense has not surrendered a touchdown yet. You better believe they're determined not to here on third and goal. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown.
The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Texans have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game. And here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day one of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40.
Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Open man, he's got his tight end, Elijah Arroyo. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Here's Darnold. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him.
And that sack, Charles, just looked like a case where a speedy defensive end is a little bit quicker than the offensive tackle.
Yeah, it makes it difficult for a tackle to determine what exactly to do. Do you do the kick slide and try and get back in the pocket and meet him there? Do you meet him on the line of scrimmage where they call a quick set? In any event, right now, he's having his troubles.
And he fends him off, eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Darnold to throw.
And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now a timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Walker.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal. Here's Darnold.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead. And also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts him out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And now out comes Houston.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Stroud to throw it. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
First down, Houston.
Here's Stroud. That's going to be brought in by Higgins.
And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
Here's first down.
First down, Texans.
One final shot for C.J. Stroud.
And this is incomplete. So no miracles here on the final play. And this ball game is over. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish to the end of this ball game. At the end, the Hail Mary prayers, though, they went unanswered. Could have won it, but couldn't get it done.
Almost felt schoolyard and playground, didn't it? You remember when you called that play? Everybody just go long and try and find someone open. They gave it a shot, but unable to successfully complete it.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.